So today we're going to be playing some Northern Realms Knights, because I don't actually know if we've ever made a Knight video, but I figured since the Knight Errant got a little buff from 2 to 3 power, we should try out some Knights. So that's what we're going to do. So we're playing somewhat normal Knight stuff. We're playing Royal Inspiration, no surprise there. Damsel in Distress, good old scenario. Oniromancy and Amphibious Assault are consistency cards. Then we have the Heatwave, and here where we get a little different, as we could just play the same Knight deck everyone plays with Lady of the Lake and Erendite, which is honestly probably better. But you know what never gets played is Knighthood, which is quite annoying. Now, Knighthood's one of those cards where I have never seen anyone play this. I've seen Mercenary Contract more than this. I really wish this thing got buffed, but we're going to be playing it on hopefully Prince Anseis as a finisher, because I thought that would be kind of fun. Right, so we're going to go Knighthood on Prince Anseis. You miss out on Erendite and Lady of the Lake for this, but this is still a consistency card. This is a damage card, kind of like Erendite is. So it's not, they're kind of similar. Is it as good? Probably not. But you know, I thought this would be fun. Then we have Vandergrift, Maiden Shield, which you always play with Damsel. Vandergrift's really great for carryover, especially if you get that infused on it. And you get the infused carrying over each round. That's really nice. Then we've got the Immortals. Immortals with Sorceress combo for their points. We have Windhelm of Atra. We have a 5 version slot, and I just didn't know what to put in at 5. So I went with the Artifact Compression. Usually you see Spores in this deck, but we went with Artifact Compression. Like, there's a 5 version spot. This is Spores, but can also lock, so it's okay. Maybe you should be playing a damage card, like the Boiling Oil instead, perhaps. That is the other thing you probably want to consider here. Ideally, we lose a provision on Knighthood at some point and get this buffed, that we can play, what's her name? Margarita again. That'd be ideal, right? Play Margarita, remove this, but that needs Knighthood to get buffed. And Knighthood has never been buffed, even though it really should be. Then we have the Sorceresses we mentioned, the Knight Errants we mentioned, a bunch of 4s. Vials just good because it combos with our boosting stuff, Mad Charge, a Peller Squirrel for tech, then the 2 Squires, the 2 Knights, and the 2 Wolcentran Knights, and 2 Redanian Knights. So that is the deck. Went through it pretty quickly here. General ideas, we win with the engines, round 1. We go to long round 3 with Damsel, push with Damsel if we want to. At the end of round 3, play Knighthood into Prince Anseis. It sounds interesting. We'll have to see just how it does. It does mean we don't have to worry about being behind like you do for Erendite, which is kind of nice. But Erendite is just such a good card. But we'll see how this does. It should be pretty fun either way. Let's go try it out some. Going up against Stockpile. Gaming Genius. Oh, Gaming Genius. Hello. Fellow YouTuber here. Let's see what we're playing. So it looks like probably a Stockpile Siege. I've seen this Floatsam deck again, but just not Golden Necker version. See if that's what he's running or not. And we have every consistency card in our deck in our hand. I don't think we need this. Probably the worst Knight to have. Don't need 2 Sorceresses. Yeah, so it's just non-Golden Necker with the Floatsam stuff and Temerian Infantries, which I still think is good. See, what do we want? I think we just open it with Windhelm. Get him ticking. We don't want to go Squire into Vandergrift too early, because he'll trigger his Grace this round. We want to carry that over. It's going to ping us. I mean, what did we expect would happen? Ideally, we get this guy to infuse his shield onto him, which is why we started with that. So I think we'll now go Amphibious Assault. Grab ourselves this Immortals. We'll just set up the Immortals Sorceress combo, and then stick the Knight Errant between them, hopefully. We can always leader the Windhelm, but we don't really want to. Might be worth heat-waving the Floatsam. We'll think about that. For now, we're definitely going to go Sorceress. There he is. Let's see if he uses the Floatsam order. He did not. So we could kill this. We could remove the Temerian infantry with Knighthood into Anseis. It denies him the Floatsam order, but also puts us a lot of points behind. Not a lot of points, like a lot of provisions behind. I think we'll just do this for safety. Let's play it slow. Let him use the order. He might not use the Floatsam yet. We'll see. If he does use the Floatsam, we're kind of okay with it. Unless he Dwim Veanders it too. Ah, he has another one. We do have a lot of engine points here. Oh, Niromancy. No, we don't want to lose connection. Give us our connection back. You could just play Vandegrift here, which I think is our play.
What has that witch done?
He might pass here. But if he passes, we can still get ahead. We just have to Heat Wave or Anseis. So yeah, we can still do this. We need to go here. Then we just have to remove one of these guys. Then this will go +1. So we do have to grace him. That's fine. And then we'll push next round with, I think, Damsel. We want to force out the Hensel. He's playing it. She is. He uses both Temerian infantries. I guess he only had one. I thought he played a second one. Really did. Compression's pretty decent, I think, here. We want to summon this off of our scenario. We can still get Maiden Shield, so we should draw here. Oh, now we don't have to. So yeah, we'll just begin with this. Grab a Squire. There's the Heat Wave. No surprises. Do we want to use Squire on Redanian Knights? Guess we'd use it on Maiden Shield, I think.
Best give up now.
The question is, do we want to start killing these things with cooldown because of Stockpile? We could go in with our Knighthood here on the Anseis. +3. I think we do want to do Knighthood.
I demand satisfaction. Now.
Take that out and boost him up. Could go Maiden Shield. We can't trigger him right away. I think we'd actually want to Amphibious Assault here for the other Squire.
Axe or mace.
You might want to Artifact Compression that. We'll see if he plays another card next to it. Yes, we want Artifact Compression to Hensel. We leadering. I think Hansel is the card recompression. To go for another charge on the Voltus Pride. It's good we're getting all this out. Mad charge on Vandergrift is good here too. Oh, he's just gonna spam everything out? That's fine with us. It's not too bad. We've got the nice reset. We do want to Oniromancy because it has the echo, so we're going to play that. Grab the Mad Charge.
For king and country.
Then we'll do the Squire Order because that is a form of carryover. We'll drop the Compression on Hansel if we need to. Good Purify. We should get this value here, force him to play a card. So we lost all of our points there. But he's used his Hansel. So we should be... we have Maiden Shield, so we kind of need Vial and Shield. Would be really good. That's kind of what we're looking for here. We want one of them, so we can Oniromancy the other. There's Vial, we can get the other one. Don't think we need this. We drew them both. Interesting. What do we Oniromancy then? Guess probably Sorceress or the Knight. I'm not sure what tempo plays he has left, really.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
I think we just open with Vial because it doesn't give him interaction. That's interesting. I think our best play is to purify that. Like, Oniromancy Purify, I think is our best play here. We could do that later and just go Maiden Shield now. I think we should Maiden Shield now. Gives us more Vitality turns. Is that the start of his turn, though, right? Berenger. Your Grace 8. So we're not going to trigger that anyway. Your Grace 6. No, we're definitely going to play the Peller. He's already heat waved, right? I don't know if they have another Tall Punish.
Long live
Can we just play this? Well, if there's another Tall Punish, we lose the Bronwyn order anyway. We just infuse this. Should have infused that. So we go Oniromancy on the Peller. Purify this lock. See if that's enough. And it is. GG. Don't think we needed the Peller on the Berenger there, but it was a nice play. Press 21 parts. Going up against Fruits of the Azgith. I wonder if this is just the mid-range deck. This is actually pretty good here, I think. The compression. I do like having that. You get the extra vitality from just killing a little guy. So I actually do want to keep one of these. So I can kill like a Necker or something. But don't really have too many. Don't have your combo, we can get it. Put this back. Let me just begin with Immortals and Sorceress. He's probably playing an Erendite deck. So we just go big here. We always play these on opposite rows just because of Igni, but we should have played them on the same row there for Knight Errant. I expect a tempo play here, like something pretty big. Try and get ahead. Yeah, that's what's going to be. This comes in with the Geralt. That's fine. We'll just Amphibious Assault the other Sorceress. This time we'll put it in the right spot. If he has the Dow, we're probably getting hit by it here because the movement's good. We'll do that, that's okay. If it keeps going, we want to click this order. Could have gone for the Vandegrift there, but I think we'll just try for this carryover because I think he's passing. Oh, he's not. There's a big Spores. Now we go for the Vandegrift, which is going to take some kind of removal. Pretty sure. No, it doesn't. That's really good for us. Now we play the next round until we get the Grace on Vandegrift again. Might be worth playing the Damsel. Got really good setup for it here. If we draw into a couple Knights, we can always play Anseis with the Damsel's Mad Charge too. Can never forget that play. I think we will do that. Just gonna play Damsel. Grab ourselves a Squire. It's gonna eat a Heat Wave, and then we keep going. If he doesn't Heat Wave it, yeah, he has to. Right now we are tall guys. He's got like what, one more tall removal? Probably. Probably is the Eskel. So now we go Squire, Maiden Shield, and then we hit this with one of these, and then we hit this with the other one. I think this is a pretty safe just lock. If we had Knighthood and Anseis in our deck, we would have gone for that there. He might have a Purify. He's an Oneiromancy one? Or an Unlock, okay. Do we want to commit the Anseis here or take our leader? I think we do. We just do this. We can commit a lot because we have Vandergrift carrying over. Obviously, Mad Charge is really great now that we've got this out. The Bronwyn Order. We've got the Oniromancy here. What do we play? We could just play... we don't really want to use this Echo, I guess. Knighthood would be good, though. We've got, what, 3 knights? So it's +3. Go Niromancy, Knighthood. I think we should. Get the Grace off on you. Knighthood will get its most value here. And you'll get your Grace effects. We'll take you. You get Ignied whichever row, but I don't think he has regular Geralt and Igni. We are ahead by 40 points right now, so he does need like double tall removals.
You're one sexy witch and I'm here to please.
Yeah, we take him down pretty easily there. Mordecai, okay. Pirates Cove Collusion. I wonder if this is going to be Collusion. Pirates Cove Collusion. Pirates Cove Syndicate. I wonder if this will be Collusion. Should probably learn how to talk one of these days, shouldn't we? We don't have a way to get our Sorceress, which is somewhat of a problem here. A lot of good cards. We just don't have a. Okay, that's good. We're good now. I think the chance of him having poisons is very high, but there's not really much we can do about that.
No faces, we've no hearts.
I'd rather him poison our stuff round 1 than our like Maiden Shield. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured would happen. You could Oniromancy Peller. Peller removes the shield, reshielding it and removing this. But I think we just go Sorceress.
As you wish.
Very well.
I was going to go for the RNG poison. It's what, like a 30%, 33% chance he sees it?
3, 2, 1, go!
My lead.
Probably should have tactical advantage that guy. Now he's got the poison, okay?
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
It's not too bad. Go Vandergrift here.
No! No!
Hopefully he doesn't get poisoned. Sausage Maker. I thought about trying him out lately.
Mortifying.
Is it worth killing him? Because we could play our Anseis here. It's like Anseis, advantage, kill it. I'm thinking about it because it's worth a lot. I think we do that.
Go forth, coward, and your own doom!
It's just worth so many points if we don't kill it. And hopefully it puts him behind enough on tempo that he wants to pass. Instead of trying to kill our guy. No, he's going to purify us.
You base your contention on erroneous assumptions.
He had like 2 coins when he did that, so that was a pretty lucky by him. Could wait for the Grace. Could try and trigger the Grace, I mean. Like with a leader or something. And we can't do Maiden Shield, though. In 1 turn. I I value the carryover really highly, though.
Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
He's gonna go for the Purify again. Now he's behind a lot on tempo, though. This is where we pass. He should have to use the Novigrad order. Why'd we move that? We were like, oh, he's got King of Beggars, that's why. Get a coin refund. Leader and... Last leader and the Novigrad's good for us.
You and me, we ain't done yet.
He still doesn't have enough points here. So we go up 2 cards. Yeah, that's why we went for the plays we did with this guy. He is so far behind on tempo if he tries to Purify again. Desolate Min, Toussaint Hospitality.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
See what we're looking at here. We do not like Nilfgaardian Knights because they hard counter Northern Realms Knights. Northern Realms Knights, I mean. So that is an issue. Got the combo, but like, it just doesn't feel very good. I want to play this on this. We want this in our deck. Really need to be greedy with the Knighthood, I think.
Dance,
Oh, is this Mill?
my lovelies. Dance.
That card's a problem. I don't think we have an answer other than Heatwave for it. Just play this. Maybe he takes this.
Army sword, bastard sword.
This is a mill card most of the time. Although it's also really good in Toussaint, because, you know, they just take something that's really big. It's fine. I'd rather have him take that than our Sorceress.
It's good you do.
If he does get our order.
The hounds are cut.
You can always Pellar Purify, then swap back. So we'll hold on to that as an option. You want to do it later in the round so then he can't use the order again. I mean, we can just Vendor Grift here. I don't think that round was good for him. He should have pressured. Like, if he's in round control, we're in such a bad spot. I guess he has Beauclair carryover, and he's Ivar. It's just it's a bad matchup. We need to weigh... We need him to get into a round where he can't Ivar us round 3. I guess we just have to force his stuff out round 2. Like, there's nothing else for it. We have to force his things out. Otherwise, we end up in a really bad spot. But we don't have the scenario. I mean, we can still do a lot of engineering without the scenario.
Rather die than bend a knee to the Emperor.
And it's maybe draw it round 3. See, purifying that kind of feels bad. So that's what he used the order on. Okay, there's a false Siri. So if we lock and reset her, he just Sangreal's. Like, this is weak to Sangreal play. We just play this.
I'm never short on stamina.
Golden Necker. There's Golden Necker Toussaint. What's he taking? Vandergrift, right?
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah. That's her Master of Puppets. So you can just hold till the end of the round. So what do we want? We want to play Amphibious Assault for sure. I think we just go Amphibious Assault on the second Knight Errant.
Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
Can't have a rain farm, so we don't have to play around that.
A rock toppled.
Golden Necker's back in there, of course.
Collusion revealed.
Do have Heat Wave. We've got Peller. I think we just Peller the Siri. No reason to do anything fancy right now. The Sorceress would be amazing here, but we don't have it. Black Blood time. Love this combo. Do the reset there. We have a nice compression, which we can play. Can we reconnect? What's up with the connection today? This is going to him. If we keep this, go on says, there's no way to stop False Siri from swapping. Just gives him a 16-point swing this turn. He was a 54, we go to 24. I think we just kind of have to accept that and just pass here. You might still have last say on another Master of Puppets, but we'll see. He has a Golden Necker. We don't have to go against like Beauclair, Rainfarn type of things, which is good. I mean, this is why you normally play Lady of the Lake. But really, we should have seen these this game. He still has a Vilgefortz, which is the scariest card.
Yes? What is it?
The Amphibious Assault, it's going to be on a Redanian Knight. Just open with this. You know, that's what we're going to Amphibious Assault, so that's, we have to play the other one now. Could be worse. I think we'll just infuse this guy. I don't really want to give Maiden Shield extra points. So it's just going to be hit with the Vilgefortz. Doesn't really do anything. You go up to 8 is the extra point. Just grab this guy now. Okay, so we're getting hit with some stuff here. I wonder if he has a gold card for Roderick. He does. That's a pretty good one. Good for artifact compression, that is. I think our best play this game is going to be Heatwave, this filter. For real, though. Well, then we can't deal with... We get the lock Master of Puppets, then. I think that's the play. We can't let him take our 18-point guy. We go Maiden Shield. With 1 leader. That forces Vilgefortz on it. I think. Although he might hit the Sentry Knight.
You will not regret this, good sir.
He's gonna have another one in his hand, isn't he? Have to do that. Even though it does boost it. We can't let that go off. hopefully is no Purify. He probably has a second one though. There's a Sangreal. Doesn't do much here. We have to hold Knighthood because if he has a second one of these, we have to kill it with what's his name? Big guy. Anseis. Yep, there's the other one. We Anseis that.
On guard! A duel! To a duel I challenge thee!
Is this Vilgefortz though? Oh, it's not. Well, we had to play suboptimally because of Johnny's is in or something like that. Deathwish. Haven't actually seen any of these Deathwish players playing Deathwish lately, by the way. It's all been some kind of Witch's Sabbath deck. Just kind of weird. 2 Squires is kind of nice. We've got this. Squirrel's really good against his deck. I want Squirrel Peller in case it's some kind of triple deck. So put this back, this back, this back. Yeah, we got Squirrel Peller in case it's some kind of Squirrel if it's Deathwish, unlike a Succubus. Peller if it's a triple deck, and then we have Knighthood into Anseis for removal with tactical advantage, so that can do something. Got some options here. You can also just Vial into the Anseis too. So since we can Vial into it, I think we'll do this. Because this guy's order can also go onto the Anseis. If it's just pure Deathwish, this is better though. Okay, it's just pure Deathwish. So if it's just pure Deathwish, we Spanish that. There she is. I think this might be our last game because of this connection keep trying to cut out on us. Well, you never know. I'll say that and play more anyway. Let's see. How do we want to do this? We want a Vandergrift, but I don't really want to Knighthood the Vandergrift because it ruins our Anseis play. So I think we'll just do Squire on Squire. And then hopefully that keeps the other Squire alive. Then we can drop Knight Errant in between. We could just use. I think we'll do this on this because if we get the shields out fast, we can go into Sorceress, which would be really good. We'll probably play Vial, I think. He's doing some setup. That's fine. Now we will play Sorceress. Is he really going to commit the Dettlaff here? That's good. That's really good for us. I guess he is pushing us on even, so it's not too surprising. We have a lot of engine value. I'm not sure how much control he's running. That's not that great. Obviously it's like a big play, but he's committing a lot here. A lot. Let's go with this. We could go Vandergrift off of this. We're still getting 4 a turn. Well, 5 a turn because of this. So that puts us ahead. I think we just play the... we got, what, 1 knight, 2 knights, 3 knights. It's +3. We could go with the Vandergrift at 9. Or we could go Knighthood into Anseis for the 7 value duel. We might have to play Maiden Shield this round, so I think we'll go Knighthood onto this. Because if we're forced to play the Maiden Shield this round, the Anseis is the really good finisher for Damsel with the Mad Charge instead. That's what I'm thinking. He's really committing here. I mean, he doesn't really have carryover. There's no promised. And there's 1 toad. We could pass. We'll go pass. We do have a resilience card, so this is fine. If we didn't have Vandergrift out, this would be a lot worse. We do have him, and we can always Mad Charge him if we draw into it. Interesting. I don't think Purify is very useful here. Okay, we can go Oneiromancy Mad Charge or Oneiromancy Amphibious Assault. Either of those are really good here. If he goes to long round, I think we're pretty happy. Because look at what he used. He used Detlaf, Arrakis Queen, Kairen, and one of his toads already. And we banished the Promise from Dagon. So I think we're in a good spot. Gonna play here? That's interesting. That is interesting. I don't want to play Distress or Damsel. So it kind of leaves us... This is a Consume card, which is problematic if left alive. I think we'll just play you for an engine. If he's got a Foglet, that would be a bit annoying because it would remove our shield. It's gonna play a Purify. That's just whatever. Do you want to play Immortals? I think we'll play Immortals. That might force him out.
When one falls, another replaces him.
Relax.
So there's the Consume. The Toad, he should get that back.
We're not done if you can
We have to play Damsel here. If we do play it, what do our plays round 3? We've got Anseis Knighthood. I think we can just go Oneiromancy Amphibious Assault here, and then decide what we want to do after. Just set this up. See if that makes him want to leave. If he doesn't leave here, I think we do have to play the Damsel, though. Oh, okay.
I'm just a sexy little car in a fucked up machine called life.
Do have to do this then.
Best give up now.
Do not want to go down a card, so I think we have to reshield him. As annoying as that is. It messes up the Maiden Shield. Well, it doesn't mess it up, because at 4 we can still trigger it right away. It's going to be hard to trigger the second Grace. Either way. Don't have Knighthood Anseis. We do have Anseis Leader. That's always pretty good. I'm not sure what he really has left either, though. I guess he always has more Succubi. So we would Oneiromancy probably... we want to draw here, for sure. That's not bad, but I think we're putting it back. So we do... Amphibious Assault on Redanian Knight, so we do that first. I just missed the Grace thing, but at least it's ticking. Maybe we should have gone... Yeah, there we go. Got rid of that. Now we can play this. Probably should have played this first, actually, because it has the shield.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
Do we want to Anseis here? It's potentially worth a lot, because we can't trigger the Death Wishes. I think it's worth it.
I demand satisfaction! Now! Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
If he has the drone, we can just eat it. Or not eat it, we can heat wave it, which would be nice. The warrior, Arrakis warrior, whatever it's called. Which hopefully he does have here. So that'll make our gameplay a little bit easier. Because we don't have that much left. So that's going to be a succubus. So he's... Oh, it's a chimera. Let's see here. Well, we don't really have any choices. We heatwave this. Then we boost this guy. The Grace doesn't matter. Boost them anyway. We're not in Igni range or anything. And there we go. GG. Not too bad. So that's the deck, guys. Not just normal knights, because I was gonna make this video on normal knights with Oneiroman or with the Erendite and Lady Lake. I was gonna do it. I played some games to get ready, and I was like, you know what, this deck's boring. Everyone's seen this deck before, so I decided not to. And we're going Knighthood Anseis. I couldn't make myself do it. Like everyone's done knights already, so I wanted to try something a bit different with these two. And you know what? It worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Anseis has some really great synergies in the deck, which I don't think I highlighted enough in the beginning of the video. You have round 1, you have advantage. Obviously really good. You have Anseis with Damsel. With the Mad Charge. Lets you really kill something really big if you want to go that way. And then you have the Knighthood. We talked about Knighthood. You go Knighthood into Anseis with 3 or 4 boost, duel. And then the one I don't think I mentioned at all until now is like you've got Vial. You open up Vial, set the Vial up, play Anseis, duel for 8. And then you always can, if you really want to, go in with the Squire. Use the Squire order, play Anseis, duel for 6. Like, he has a ton of synergies in the deck, and he's way more interesting than Erendite in my opinion. So I'm going to keep him in here, because I think this is way cooler. And the other one is Knighthood. So Knighthood, we tried out, and Knighthood really needs a buff, I think. It's fine. It works decently with the Graces and with Anseis. It's just... I don't know, maybe we should be playing... where's John Natalius? It's a Warfare, so maybe we should be playing John to get Amphibious Assault or Knighthood. Maybe we should be playing John somewhere in here. Because Windhelm's always an engine you can cut. So maybe we cut Windhelm for John. It's even more consistency and less value, but we have so much consistency at this point. I don't know. It's just Knighthood always it never seems to get as much value as you want it to get. But it's not terrible. It just feels like you have better uses for your provisions. Like Lady of the Lake, the only game we lost today was because we did not draw our scenario or Oneiromancy. And Lady of the Lake fixes that instead of Knighthood. So I think she might still be better. Just for more consistency, but Knighthood's very cool. And if we look at the Knights, The thing with Knighthood is the only thing that really gets value from, like, these guys are all going to trigger their graces anyway. This guy doesn't really have grace. This grace you don't care about. Boosting him up doesn't really matter. The only one that really matters for the boost from Knighthood is Prince Anseis. Like, he's the other one that really matters for the boost. And Selkirk can't get Zeal, so we don't play him. So it really only helps Anseis compared to a regular tutor card. And I kind of think just playing something else is better. But it is a fun card, Knighthood. I think it's very fun. And that earns it a lot. Like, because you go Knighthood Anseis and surprise somebody, duels. I like it. So I like this deck better than the regular Knights. A lot better. The other thing is Artifact Compression. For the 5 provision slot, there's really like not many options here. There are no 5 provision Knights that we aren't playing. We already have Errant in here. I thought about Griffin Witcher Ranger, because transferring the boost can trigger Grace. That's one option I thought of. I did think of Dwimbayandra for a second to reset the order. If we don't have a location, so it would only be on Damsel. But yeah, and like honestly, Immortal Cavalry is kind of fine. It synergizes with the Sorceress, and it's 8 on deploy. I thought about that. And then obviously you can always play Boiling Oil or Elser's Thunder. And then I thought about Drummer for a second too. But those are the choices. Overall, I don't know. And Maxi you could play. But we have so much consistency, I don't think Maxi really needs to be in here. So I don't know about this. This 5 provision slot is better than Spores, which you'd probably play otherwise. So I don't know about this one. But you could cut Windhelm and Artifact for 2 6s. And there are some pretty good 6s, right? You want to play Margarita for the lock. Mastercraft of Spear is actually a pretty decent card. Should be playing that more often in my other decks, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I think this was a really fun one. I enjoyed this much more than regular Knights. And we had a lot of good times with Anseis. He actually came in clutch way more often than I thought he would. And even without Knighthood, I think he's a fine inclusion in the deck, just because you have so many ways to trigger him. But that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.